Hi, it's Angus Marshall from Big Music, and today we're looking at 3 Fender Telecasters. Not just any Telecasters, they're the classic 1952 or early 1950s Blackguard Telecasters. Now what we've got here is a Baja Telecaster designed by Fender custom shop master builder Chris Fleming. So it's got custom shop pickups, custom wiring, classic blonde with a black guard, an awesome guitar. We'll have a listen to that in a little bit. Over on this side, we have a 1952 American vintage Telecaster, again with the black guard, blonde finish, classic guitar. If you walked into a music shop in 1952, you would have seen that strange thing. And it was a strange thing back in those days because it was the first ever solid body electric guitar. And here we have one that is an original 1952 Telecaster, and just take a look at that. It just looks absolutely fantastic. It's had a lot of playing. It's been loved by quite a few people, I would imagine. And it just looks awesome, and it sounds awesome too. So we're going to have a comparison video today. We're going to look at these 3 guitars. So let's do that. Right, the first guitar we're going to look at is the Fender Baja Telecaster. Now this was designed by Fender custom shop master builder Chris Fleming, and it's a more modern kind of hot rodded version of your classic early 50s Fender Tele. So blonde finish with the black guard. These guitars are referred to as blackguard Teles for obvious reasons. Medium jumbo frets and a flatter 9.5-inch radius. So very playable guitar, a lot easier to bend than say comparing it to a vintage Tele. A soft V-shaped maple neck. So it's got a bit of heft to it, but not too much. It's quite comfortable to play. We have a twisted Tele neck pickup and a broadcaster bridge pickup. A classic 3-saddle brass bridge. Now here's where it starts to get interesting. We have a 4-way switch, so we can switch between parallel and series wiring when we have both pickups going together. We also have an S1 switch in the top of the volume knob there. Now that gives me out of phase tones in both series and parallel when I have both pickups going. So, and a tone control at the end there. This guitar is made in Mexico. It's an absolutely stunning guitar. You know, if you put all 3 together, as you saw in that opening shot there, they all look the same. We're going to have a listen to this one now, but great value for the money, and it's a cracking guitar, so let's have a listen. So I'm using a Fender Vibra King amplifier, and the settings will come up on your screen. We're just going to focus on clean sounds today. So bridge pickup, volume and tone all the way up. So our neck and bridge together. Neck pickup. And that would normally be your 3 positions in a Tele, but I've got the extra switch, which is in series of neck and bridge. Got to switch back and forward between position 4 and position 2. So both pickups together, switching between series and parallel. So that 4th position's a lot fatter. Love that sound. Very versatile. Now if I put the S1 switch in, I'm going to go between those 2 pickups again. I'm going to get an out of phase tone. So here's the straight up position, switch up sound. switch out onto the neck. sorry, not the neck, the bridge and the neck. That's the Fender Baja Telecaster. All right, now we're going to take a look at the American vintage 1952 reissue Telecaster. Now, Fender first introduced both a 57 Strat and a 1952 Telecaster in the early 80s. They were the first kind of classic vintage instruments that Fender reissued. And just recently, Fender went through and redid all the specs to make them more vintage accurate than ever before. So this is the classic 52 Tele, black pickguard, butterscotch blonde finish, 3 brass saddle bridge, neck and bridge pickup. Has vintage frets and a vintage radius, so it's true in that regard. It's also got that soft V neck, which is quite comfortable to play once you kind of get used to it if you're not used to a hefty neck. Let's have a listen to this guitar. It has got, the wiring is set up more of your kind of modern Tele wiring. You have bridge, both pickups together, neck pickup, and a volume and a tone control. So let's have a listen. Starting with the bridge pickup. That was the American vintage 1952 Telecaster. All right, and finally the guitar everyone's been waiting for. This is an original 1952 Telecaster that we're lucky to have here in the shop. It's an absolutely stunning instrument. It's just got years and years and years of love and playing and wear and tear. It feels absolutely fantastic in your hands. It's just like a well-worn in pair of jeans. You can really kind of feel where the custom shop is coming from when they do their relics. The neck's smooth, it's got nice rounded edges of the fretboard, very comfortable to play. Smooth as, it's a great sounding guitar and a great looking guitar as well, I think. So one major difference with this guitar than the others we looked at, this has got what's generally referred to as the broadcaster wiring, which was Leo Fender's original wiring design for the 2 pickup Telecaster, or as they originally called the Broadcaster. And the wiring is volume and a blend switch. So when I'm in this position here, I've got the bridge pickup. When I'm in what is normally the middle position, I've got the neck pickup. And when I'm in this position, I've got the neck pickup with what would normally be what the tone would be all rolled off. So it's a very kind of mellow, bassy, muddy type of sound. And the reason they did that, because back in the early 50s, the bass guitar, the electric bass guitar that Leo Fender also invented, was a new instrument. So not a lot of bands had bass. So the guitarist could actually switch to that position and kind of cover that low end feeling. So if I move back to the bridge pickup, the blend control comes into action. So that will actually blend in the neck pickup to get that classic 2 pickup Tele sound. So let's just flip through a few of these sounds and have a listen. Starting with the bridge pickup. Neck pickup. The neck pickup with no tone. Interesting sound, but you can imagine if the guitar player was switching to something like that. It works, fills a hole. Now back to the bridge pickup. I'm going to blend in back to the neck pickup. Well, that was an original Fender 1952 Telecaster. What a guitar. Absolutely, I'm in love. They feel great, they sound great. I could just only dream to own a guitar like this. So there's lucky people out there that do. Good on you. I think I've enjoyed all these guitars. They both obviously, all 3 of them represent different price points, or 2 of them in the current Fender range, and then you got the originals, the real deal here. But I think comparing the 3, I think the modern Fender guitars are a real testament to the original design. It's all still there, the tone's there, all that's missing is the 60 odd years of playing. So come into the store and check them out. Now just one final word to wrap up. We're using the Fender Vibra King amplifier. We kept the amp settings the same on each guitar, and we're using an SM57 direct into a PreSonus audio box, straight into Pro Tools. No fancy production trickery or anything. Hopefully we've given you an honest and accurate reproduction of the sound. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.